Okay, I'm Ellen Wandre. I am about to retire research professor of theology and ethics. I taught at Bexley Hall in Rochester for 16 years, then came to Seabury Western in Evanston, where I taught for a number of years before the merger, and was for 6 years, I guess, the academic dean at Seabury. Um, in addition to which, I was editor-in-chief for the Anglican Theological Review. I've done a lot of ecumenical stuff. I'm currently on the World Council of Churches Commission on Faith and Order, and I'm a priest. Have been for a long time. The consolidation of campuses, we have figured out that it is really important to continue the non-residential learning model that we've been using, that it works very well. We know how to do it well, both in terms of education and in terms of formation, and it's something that's desperately needed. Relocating to go to seminary, taking out of tens of thousands of dollars in student loans to do it is just not feasible for most people. So we've decided to really build on that kind of hybrid distance learning model where we do a fair amount online, a fair amount in person, and to expand that so that it includes classes that are taught online only, or it may include that. So that what we will then be able to do is offer students a very wide range of things with short residential intensives, and they are intense. They're what,
What's the
16
normal?
hours at once over the course of a weekend, 3 weekends a term. So that's very intense, and that involves
So
formation.
3 weekends a term, 16 hours every weekend.
Yeah.
And then
That's
what's
the
the other model?
Well, then the other model is 5 days at a stretch, usually in either January or June. And that's 8, we try not to go more than 8 hours a day, but that's also residential. And in either case, there's a full program of worship, we have common meals, we do all kinds of things together. And we end up with students who say, this is my seminary. I'm getting my degree, maybe from somebody else, but this is my seminary.
And what happens when the students finish their 16-hour marathon?
Well, when they finish enough, they get a diploma, which is a set course of studies that the faculty certifies that they've met all the requirements. So it's not legally a degree, but it's the same kind of program. If they get that along with a degree from another seminary, non-Episcopal seminary, that assures their bishops that they know everything they need to know. And then some, because that's what the curriculum does. For people, some people need the diploma, some people don't, but it's a kind of set of courses that make sure that the students who take them are prepared for ministry in the contemporary and future Episcopal Church globally.
So take me through the experience.
Okay.
I come here Friday all day.
You come here around lunchtime on Friday. We start around 1 o'clock in the afternoon. It's usually very discussion oriented. Nobody needs to talk for 8 hours, and certainly nobody needs to sit there and try and listen for 8 hours. So it's not a lecture model. The faculty member facilitates everything and gives input and so on, but it's very discussion oriented. We do that until 4:15 or so, break and have evensong, and then have dinner, come back for a couple of hours more in the evening. And then on Saturday, we start with morning prayer, go through the morning with the class session until 11 or so, have the Eucharist together, have lunch together, spend the afternoon in the classroom. So that happens if it's that weekend model, 3 times a term, about a month apart. And then in between that, there's stuff that people do online.
So what kind of stuff do I need to do as a student?
You still need to do all of the reading. You need to do writing, often in the form of posts on the learning platform Moodle, and responses to what other people say too. You need to come to class prepared,
For sure.
uh, and do some final work after the last class, a final project, a paper of some sort. What you end up with that way is a class where you have a huge amount of interaction among the students, not just in the classroom, but in between sessions as well, and with the faculty member on Moodle. The way that online teaching and learning works is that students post things and the faculty members respond. So you get more feedback than you get in a large classic classroom situation.
For sure.
And more interaction. So you get a sense of collegiality with the other students and with the faculty member. And you're all worshiping together and eating together. Or going to the local pizza joint together, or whatever it happens to be. So it's a very intense experience with a particular focus, but over a period of time. Because one of the things that we know about how human beings learn is there has to be time for our brains to sort of sort and file. So it's extended out over enough of a period of time that people can do that. They've got a chance to reflect on it. Often the assignments in a course will have to do with the practice of ministry. You know, if you were going to take this and present it in your congregation, how would you do it? There's a sense in which we are teaching people to be teachers, to take what they learn with us and spread it out. Just get it out there. The final project might be a sermon for a particular Sunday, or an adult education class, or a formation program, who knows. But all of the classes are very much oriented toward how what we do here translates into ministry in the so-called